Okay, so it's day 41. You already saw this screen. Now, I need everyone to put away their devices. I'm going to try to keep this video brief. If you need to make up the Unit 5 exam from yesterday, please tell Lily right now. Raise your hand. She'll pause the video. She can give you the Unit 5 stuff. You can take that makeup exam in the back of the room. Otherwise, I think everybody knows the plan for Monday and Tuesday. Now, I want to talk about the long term plans for the rest of Unit 4. As you know, we just finished day 40 yesterday. We have about 45 school days left. Um, if things were more reasonable, that would be plenty of time to finish this version of the course. But things are not reasonable. You have your AP exam coming up in just around 20 days. So I want to talk about how every different group of students can look forward to the end of the year. You'll probably need a piece of paper to write down some stuff. Here's the plan for term number 4. Starting this afternoon, you'll have a good break, the biggest break between now and summer. We'll all see each other again on the 3rd of April. You already know, we talked about it. Then we have Unit 6. That'll take about 2 weeks. You can see on this screen that gets us to roughly the 18th of April. Now, I could guarantee that we finish Unit 6 by April 18, but one of the ways in which the district does not support AP students is that they've scheduled your STAR testing for the 10th through the 18th of April. That will shorten our periods a little bit. I saw this coming. I'm doing my best to plan for that. But just so you know, because of STAR testing coinciding with Unit 6, the dates that I've written on this screen might be off by a little bit. Then we have about 1.5 weeks to finish Unit 7. I'm thinking around April 28, give or take a couple days. We finish Unit 6 and 7, we start Unit 8. That would still be faster than the fall term did it, but I think that would be attainable, except the AP exam hits on May the 2nd. Of course, ours is on day 1 or day 2 of AP testing. Some of you might have AP English, AP US History, AP Math, or AP Spanish or something. So some of you might have a smattering of other tests until the 15th of May. After the AP test, we can finish Unit 8 easily. The atmosphere unit would be done by middle or late May. And then we need maybe a week for Unit 9, a day or two for Unit 10, a couple days for end of the year. And really, the school year goes until June 9. There's no hurry to finish the class. The class will finish easy, but the exam will cut off Unit 8, 9, and 10. I want to talk about what to do. There's all sorts of kids in this class. Some of you are just here to take APES. You're not planning to take the AP exam. I hope you like the class. I'm trying to keep it cool for all those kids too. And if you're not worried about the exam, then you don't need to do any work over spring break. If you're not taking the AP test, enjoy your holiday. If you want, you could get ahead. You already got all the Unit 6 papers that were in the back of the room the last couple of days. You could always do some homework over spring break so that it's more casual when you get back from spring break. You have all the study guides and stuff. And by the way, you have all the study guides and stuff for Unit 7, 8, 9, and 10. They're just on Canvas. So if you can use the digital versions, you got all the spring break, might as well make some use of it. But if you were going to do other interesting things, no harm done. If you want to use this period for getting ahead in Unit 6, I'll ask Lily to pause here. You can walk up to the substitute and they will trade you your keys or your wallet for one of my textbooks, which are up in the front. Lily should know where they are. Next, there's another group of students that's going to take the AP exam, but not stress about it too much. That's a reasonable strategy because you might get lucky and you don't need units 8, 9, 10. Or maybe they were on the exam, but you still managed to pass with just units 1 through 7. That's actually moderately possible. Or maybe you're willing to retake this as a senior. So you're going to give it a shot in May. Then if you fail, you just don't report that score to the universities. We finish the course by the end of June, by the end of the school year. And then next year, you can just use your junior year APES notes to take the exam as a senior. Again, if you're not worried about the exam, if you're in that second group, you can do the same stuff as above. Do some homework, do some stuff in class right now, take some time for yourselves. I'm sure your lives need a breath. No need to worry if you're in the second group either. But there are some kids who want to focus now so they can be completely ready for the AP exam in May. If that's you, you still have the backup of taking it as a senior, but if you want to get ahead, I have a plan for you. I think it could help. It's doable. If you're trying to use spring break to cover the stuff that will be cut off by the AP exam, here's what I recommend, and I need you to take some notes so that you do this carefully. Do as much of Unit 8 as you possibly can. Pretty much you'll have to do all of Unit 8. It's on Canvas. There's a bunch of videos I'll show you in a minute. Work through all of the assignments, 8.1, 8.2, and so on. Go in order. Use your textbook. And then you can use my pre-recorded lectures. They're like this, recorded over a screen with me in the corner. I have varying sizes of beard because they were recorded in 2019, 20, and 21. I think that would probably take maybe 8 or 10 hours. Most of you will watch these videos at 1.5 speed. I think 8 or 10 hours. Overall, spring break, that should be doable. And you fill out, 5 or 6 homework assignments in advance. You can circle or highlight any questions that you have for me. Teach yourself, take notes, whatever you need from me. And then after spring break, we can make a couple of sessions. We can do some homeroom time, some lunch time, or some Zoom sessions like this, where you can ask me your questions. We'll fill in those bubbles. What I'd like you to do over spring break is Unit 8. I wish we could do it as a class, but that's been taken away from us. We don't have that option. Then Unit 9 is really just a couple of topics. It's maybe a couple of 2, 3, 4 hours of total book and lecture time. So for Unit 9, let's leave that until the middle of April after spring break. Unit 10 has like a half sheet of paper. The study guide is like that big. So don't even think about Unit 10. It's like a couple of study goals, not a big deal. I think that we could do 9 and 10, that you could do 9 and 10 independently in April sometime. Maybe during that STAR testing. Like you'll probably finish early. You'll have some time sitting there. You could bang out Unit 9 and 10 during STAR testing free time, for example. Now, if you're up for it, I really think that this is doable, but I think you got to do it on this time frame. The only way to take the full course is to do Unit 8 during spring break. When you get back, 6 and 7 will take us to the exam. You can squeeze 9 and 10 somewhere in 6 and 7, but Unit 8, you need some time. I don't want you to leave Unit 8 for the day before the exam. That's not a good strategy. They kind of got to go in order. I don't want you to be cramming new content right before the exam. That makes you stupider. So if you're going to go for this, don't get behind. Do Unit 8 over spring break. If you have questions, you can text me. You can send me emails. I'm going to show you all what's in Unit 8. Forgive me, I'm not sure what kind of screen clutter is visible here. But your Unit 8 looks something like this. This is the student view. There's a study guide and a reader up in the corner here, right there. Then there's slide decks and lectures for the entirety of Unit 8. It's a pretty solid unit. I talk about the greenhouse effect, climate change. We talk about how climate change will affect our future. There's some stuff about the ocean in there. There's stuff about El Nino, which the College Board does often ask about, especially because this is now going to become an El Nino year. There's some stuff about climate records, about glaciers and sea ice, about climate science. Then there's some stuff about air pollution, regulated air pollutants, acid rain. It's all spelled out really well. This was all laid out for remote learning. And so you might be able to remote learn it over spring break really easily. There's stuff about ozone, stuff about indoor air pollution, how to avoid air pollution. And like I said, I think 8-10 hours, you should be able to bang out this Unit 8 section. You should have plenty of time left in this period. I hope that you guys have been okay with my absence. I hope that you have a great spring break. I hope you'll all stay in touch if you need something. And I guess that's the end of this recording. Take it easy. Have a good break. I'll see you all later. Thank you, Mr. Goss. Thanks, Lily. Bye, guys.